Hey, Ryan here. So today I want to talk to you about open chords. So open chords are a collection of chords that guitar players usually start with. By the end of this video, I'd like to give you the best two chords to start with. All right, here we are in Zoom. This is usually the program I use to do all my lessons in, so I'm using it for my videos as well. So let's take a look at a graph of these chords here. There are 9 basic chords. These graphs represent the first couple of frets on the guitar. So usually these couple here. So the highest fret here in the graph represents the first fret here. So you have the first fret here, second fret here, and so on. The dots represent where you're going to be putting your fingers, the placement of each of the chords. The numbers represent the fingers you use. So for example, for the 1, you have your first finger, 2, your second finger, 3, your third finger, and so on. So there are chords that are easier than others and harder than others in the beginning, especially that F chord here that I'll show you. We'll save that for another video. But for today, I'd like to show you the best 2 to start, and that'll get you jumping in as easy as possible. Right, the easiest chord to start with, in my opinion, is the E minor. So the E minor is this one down here, because you only use 2 fingers for it. As you can see, it has 2 and 3, so you're only using your second finger and your third finger. So the second finger is going to go on the second fret of the 5th string. So 6, 5. So second fret right here. And then the third finger is going to go on the second fret of the 4th string. So this one right here, just underneath. So what you'll do is press down nice and hard, and then with your pick, give it a nice strum, all 6 strings. So I'll count to 3 and let's give that a try. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And that's the E minor chord. Now, when you're first starting with chords, there might be some issues. There might be some sound problems. Either you're going to be not pressing down hard enough. In that case, it's going to be sounding like this. Sounds okay, but you're still not hearing these notes, so I'm not pressing that hard. So press down a little harder, get that going. The other issue with this chord in particular is if your fingers are a little bit too flat like this, it can touch these other strings here. And that will give you some issues as well. So hear how it kind of sounds like muted, right? So what you want is you want your fingers to be kind of standing up just like that. So if I kind of tilt my fingers like that, that's what the chord looks like. So like we don't want this, we want something even like this, just to give the string enough clearance underneath your fingers. And that's the E minor. The other thing I recommend doing when you're first working on new chords is go through each string individually if you hear some problems. Like if you do hear that kind of muting that's happening, try to go through each string to find the problem. So for example, okay, maybe, oh, my thumb is touching that, so I'll take my thumb off here. Okay, that sounds pretty good now. Maybe press harder, okay, that's how I get that. That's okay. What's happening there? Oh, so my fingers and my other fingers are touching these strings, so maybe I want to try and work on taking those off. Still some problems there. Oh, that means it looks like this finger's touching that string, so I want to get that a little higher. That sounds pretty good. There you go. So you can kind of do some troubleshooting through each chord, and that's the best way to work on these on getting this sounding good. All right, once you got the E minor sounding good, the next chord I recommend moving to is the G. The G is this one here at the top. So as you can see, we're using all 4 fingers there. So let's see if we can give this a try. So what you have is, let's start from the 6th string. So your second finger is going to go on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. then your first finger is going to go on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. The 4th and 3rd strings are open, so you're not putting any fingers on there. Your 3rd finger is going to go on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and your 4th finger is going to go on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and that is your G. So I'll give it a 3 count. 1, 2, 3. And that's the G. Now, same thing here. You want to go through each note, making sure everything sounds clear, kind of do some troubleshooting as well. All right, so now that you've gotten each of these chords generally under your fingers, the next thing you want to now do is work on switching between them. This is going to be a little bit awkward at first. So you'll start with your E minor, play it once, and then move to the G. Now it's going to take you a little bit of time to get used to switching that smoothly, but use no time at first. You just do it free time. Just work on getting smoothly between those chords. Try to move every finger at the same time. Something like that. That'll take you a bit of time, but work on it, and that will get smooth eventually. Maybe in, like, I would say if you spend a good 10 minutes on it, it'll start to get a little smoother. All right, now that we've gotten that under our fingers, let's work on getting that in time. So what I have is a 4-exercise process that I always give to my students to get chords in time. And I'll show you how it works. So what we have here in our first exercise here, we have the 2 chords that we just learned, which is E minor and G. With these little squiggly lines here, these are what are called rests. These mean that we don't play anything. So how this exercise works is each of these bars here are 4 beats. So what we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the exercise, what we have is we have E minor, we play 1 time, and then we have 3 beats for rest. In this period, we have a period that we can use some time to switch to the next chord. And then once we get here, we play G. We have 3 beats for rest again, and then we come back and we play E minor again. So this works in a loop. So I'll show you what that looks like, or what that sounds like rather. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is a really good exercise for any 2 chords that you learn. Next, let's look at exercise 2. So exercise 2 is very similar, except this time we're playing E minor twice. So E minor, rest, rest. E minor, G, G, rest, rest. Let's give that a try. So 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor, rest, rest. G, G, rest, rest. E minor, rest, rest. G, G, rest, rest. And you can use that, work on that until that gets smooth. Then you go on to exercise 3. So exercise 3, as you guessed it, you play E minor 3 times, you have 1 beat for rest. So your rests are getting taken away from you. That's getting you to switch faster, maybe think a little bit faster. So let's give exercise 3 a try. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. There you go. And then finally, exercise 4, we have no rests. So let's give that a try. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And you can repeat this as many times as you like. If there are any times that you feel an exercise is a little bit too tough, so for example, if you're on exercise 3, 1, 2, 3, rest, and it's not, you feel like you don't have enough time, it's okay to go back to exercise 2, work on that a bit till that gets comfortable, and then go back to exercise 3, and then go back to exercise 4, and so on. And that's the best 2 chords to work on in the beginning with a cool little exercise that'll help you get it nice and smooth. So work on these exercises, give it a try, and if you'd like to give the other chords a try, feel free to. I'll leave all of that stuff on the Ontario Guitar Studio website for you to check out. That'll be in the description below. In the next couple of videos, we'll be looking at some more melodies, scales, and a few easy tunes. But if there's something that you'd like to learn or something that you'd like me to teach you, leave me a comment in this video, and I'll be sure to get to it at some point. As always, if you like the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video.